The types of agents, and we have general agent and a special agent. So general agent, you get a task, a particular task or transaction on behalf of the principal in the ordinary course of his business, trade, or profession. And we can use that example of a landlord and an agent. The only task they're allowed to do is to act on behalf of the landlord, collect rent, do repairs to that extent. We also have special agents or specific agents. They are specific in the sense that their acts are limited to that contract that they have both entered into. And an example is a broker. And a broker is a mercantile agent who has neither possession of the goods nor documents of title, but is engaged to make bargains or contracts. He's a negotiator. We have seen brokers even in land dealings. We have seen brokers in the NSE, Nairobi Stock Exchange. So a broker is negotiates. We go buy shares through a brokerage firm, and you tell them to get you the best price. They become your agent to that extent that they do not have possession, they do not have documents of title, but you engage them at a commission to make bargains to get you the best price. And a broker will not act for you for free. That is why we are saying at a commission. And once the work is done, you pay them their commission, they go on their way. We also talk about factors. And a factor is a mercantile agent who is entrusted with possession and sells the goods in his own name. This one can actually transact. He's no longer just getting the commission for choosing and bargaining for you. He has possession and he will sell. We talk about an auctioneer, and an auctioneer is licensed by the state to sell goods and other property by public auction. He may or may not be entrusted with the possession, but is an agent of both parties. We have attended auctions. Either a bank gave out a loan and there was a default or some amount remains unpaid. The bank is allowed by court to auction the property to recover its money. So ideally, the auctioneer should ensure that the price given to that car, say you are given a loan to buy a car. We have seen these advertisements on in the newspapers, and you see a list of cars in various yards, various places, which are set to be auctioned. There's normally that price. That is the lowest price that is acceptable. So it may go higher or lower, but the auctioneer is only concerned with recovering that amount. So anything that goes beyond will go to the owner, to this person who is being recovered the money. And this is why we are saying the auctioneer is an agent of both parties. His actions need to cover both parties. He will sell to the highest bidder, going once, twice, sold. So he won't stop it until he declares at the fall of the hammer sold. So he has the set price. This is the minimum price we are starting with. If it's 100,000, so he will continue bidding until he gets the best price. And the money that is, again, it's not for free. So once his dues are settled, the parties can agree, this amount is what I owed you plus interest. The difference goes to my pockets. We also have a del crede agent, and this is an agent who, in return for an extra commission, guarantees solvency of a third party with whom the principal contracts. He undertakes to indemnify the principal if the third party fails to pay the amount due on the contract. A del crede agency is a contract of indemnity, and the agent may or may not be entitled with possessions of documents of title. We have where you are guaranteed, you guarantee someone an amount. You're indemnifying. Let's talk about a SACCO. You're members of a SACCO. While you may not earn an extra commission, so this may not work, but talk about a bank. A bank agrees to indemnify the person you're contracting with. For example, sale of goods. You're buying a car and you want that assurance that if you pay the money to Sifao Motors, they will deliver the car to your specifications. Then if they fail to deliver, what is your fallback plan? So you ask them, get a bank guarantee that they're able to pay this money. In that instance, the bank becomes the del crede agent. The bank agrees to indemnify you should Sifao Motors not honor their pledge. And they get that extra commission because they are purposing to restore you to the position to a certain amount as per that guarantee that will be provided in your contract. We also have a ship captain or master. And it's just as it says, it's for a ship with its cargo. And this arises out of necessity. When you ship goods if you're shipping a car with the 30 days, due to the nature of that transaction, that ship captain becomes an agent of both parties. That the car has been loaded in China, will be offloaded in Mombasa. The buyer is waiting for it in Mombasa. The seller has loaded it in China. So for purposes of that journey in the seas, that ship captain becomes an agent for both.